This episode of the Leading Ladies podcast is proudly sponsored by Dutton Gregory Solicitors. After 75 years building an enviable reputation for its legal services on the South Coast, Dutton Gregory has responded to the demand of its national property clients and opened a new office in the city centre of Liverpool. From property purchase, development and lettings to the commercial needs of companies and personal circumstances, find out all about Dutton Gregory's full range of legal services and friendly solicitors at duttongregory.co.uk. Hi and welcome to Spill the Tea with LLIB. I'm Cal.
And I'm Claire.
And together we founded the incredible platform that is Leading Ladies in Business, a platform that inspires and supports female business women across the globe.
Welcome to Spill the Tea with LLIB. We're so excited to have you here today with us. It's Kayleigh, everyone.
Yay!
Well done to all of you guessed correctly over on social media. The debate was huge and the excitement was real. So Kayleigh is the founder of Wildkind Photography.
And we'd love to know more about your journey, Kayleigh. So what's happened so far as a female entrepreneur on that journey? How did you begin that journey? And what's it been like so far?
On that journey?
Spill the tea.
I feel like you needed to say journey again.
Yeah,
But
spill the tea.
yeah, it started with a journey.
It was a
From
journey.
the States, actually. No, I didn't have a business over there. And when I moved here, I decided I didn't want to work for someone else, you know?
Yes.
I did it for a while after traveling, and it was great. But I was like, I want to make up my own rules. I don't want to work less. That didn't happen.
No.
Whoever thinks you can work less at the beginning, I don't know where we got that lie.
No.
But I had been photographing forever and thought, you know, I really enjoy this. And I overcame a lot of confidence issues. Still a journey, speaking of journeys,
Yeah.
but I wanted to help other women in business grow and get visible and feel good and just increase their ability to put themselves out there, because it's really tough.
Yeah.
It's really hard. And there's so many of everyone who does the same thing. So how can we like stand out and be different? And that's kind of why I started what I do.
I love that.
Yeah.
What's the very first memory you have of taking a picture behind any type of camera?
Oh, I actually brought a visual.
Oh, wow.
Ah.
Shocker.
Oh, wow. That wasn't even cute, by the way. That was not
I carry
even...
this with me. Yeah.
How strange is that you've just
yeah.
got that out? That's amazing.
Yeah. So I have my mother to thank for that polka
Wow.
dot stripe bow number.
Very
the outfit.
gorgeous. I feel like
Yeah.
you should have recreated that today, Kayleigh, and
I-
worn that dress.
You
Fun
do.
fact. Oh, I don't have a dress like that. No way. No, I actually recreated it a couple days ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that'll be coming on the socials soon, I'm sure.
Oh,
Fab.
oh, we're on form today, aren't we?
We are,
Like
yeah.
guessing
It's like a
games.
mind readers or
Guess the
something.
game with LLIB.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was probably about 6 or so.
So the
Wow.
passion really has gone back such a long way.
Yeah, I remember my brother and I used to rearrange our Beanie Babies, and we'd make like scenes, like ocean scenes when we were kids. But I didn't really think of it as a career. It
Yeah.
was kind of a bookworm. I put a lot of pressure on myself to get good grades and not focus on arts or creative anything. Didn't do yearbook, didn't do photography courses, but I felt really pulled to it. And I signed up for a photojournalism class in university, and it came down to it, went to the first class. I didn't have a camera and I didn't have money to rent one. And so I dropped it. And that's one of my biggest regrets. But then you think, you know, if I had done it, maybe I wouldn't have found the passion that I have for it now. Maybe it would have been very like fulfilling someone else's need for photojournalism.
Yeah.
So
That's incredible.
yeah.
Yeah. So what's your favourite thing to photograph, apart from women in business, obviously, which is what you do? What personally do you love to photograph?
It's a good question. So I love the problem-solving aspect of brand photography. Like there's a mission, there's like a playbook to fill out, there's goals behind it. It's very holistic approach that I do, because we have a game plan, we build it together. So it's really fun to fulfill that. But I do love shooting like kind of like a wild and free session, like at the beach, like women just letting go and releasing the pressure to like stand up straight and, you know, have your hair perfect, and it's just free flowing movement dynamic. It's really fun. So
Is that
if
where
you
the
wanna do
business
one-
name came?
Kind of. There's a long journey about why that name came about, but
Ooh, do spill the tea.
it's a bit, I just think that there's too many like sides of us, right? There's the wild side, and I want to like bring that to the forefront. So like we don't have to, like I said, be buttoned up all the time. We can be a little crazy and wild, and I'm a little crazy and wild, especially on
No.
shoots. I know.
I just want to know Cal's wild side. Have you got a wild side, Cal?
No.
I think it's important to use that as part of our fire. It's our power, you know, the differences that we have. So that, and then the kindness. I just think that we need to be more kind to ourselves. We need to be more kind to each other, the planet, everything. So I wanted to create this like holistic name that sort of embodied multiple aspects of what I do and what I believe in.
Yeah, I love that. And I love the kindness thing, because that runs through one of our other businesses as well, Beautiful New Beginnings. And we believe that radical kindness will promote generational change. And so kindness, I think, really can change the world. And that's another thing that we see through leading ladies in business, isn't it? That the majority of people who come back because everybody is so kind, everybody is so welcoming, everybody is so friendly, and it's unusual for a platform to have that. And I think we really pull people towards us who have got that ethos of kindness, and kindness changing the world, us lifting each other up, us empowering each other. We don't have a competitive element or we're collaboration over competition. And, you know, that's so important in business, and it's so lovely to see that ethos being filtered out through all of the women in business that we attract.
Yeah.
So
I think as well as like we can speak so unkindly to ourselves, and we can preach to everyone else to be kind and do the right thing for each other. But it's one of my missions is to, you know, write a self-love list before I shoot. What do you love? Like focus on the positives of everything. And I don't love to have negative self-talk during a shoot. I don't know if you remember, we tried to nix that. Because it's a good habit to get in. Yeah. And it just helps you see the world better.
So if someone was coming on a shoot with you, what would be your top 3 tips for somebody before they were working with you?
I think that in order to do the branding shoot, it's to really know what you want out of it. It's really important, because if you come in with the energy of just like, oh, just need a couple photos for just like a magazine, something, there's less of a desire to really put in the time to make your business shine and stand out. Yeah. And I've had people come to me that way. And of course, the photos are still great. But you can kind of just see it, that there's not as much thought put into it or energy. So to really take the time to dive a bit deeper, like what is your brand? What are the values? Who are you talking to? What do those people like? How can we pull those into the locations and the props and the story? Into the story. Hit the microphone. So to take the time and realize it's going to take some time, and to just really put your all into it, because it's an investment in your business, financially and mentally. Like it is, you were exhausted after a shoot, weren't you? Yeah. It's what I call the photo shoot hangover the next day. It's best to take a half day or a day off to recover.
I think that was just the Canon, to be honest. It took us a day to recover from the Canon.
That was so fun. So we had to shoot with Kayleigh for this, for Spill the Tea with LLIB, and I'm sure you've seen all of the photographs on social media. They are incredible. But the Canon pictures where we are laughing and we are... It's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
We were 100% not expecting that Canon to be quite so loud. So Claire's husband was stood in the corner, and Kayleigh said, whatever you do, don't move. When the Canon goes off with all the stuff that comes out of it, don't move. Just stand nice and still and do like a happy, excited smile. So me and Claire, luckily, we've looked at each other like this, and we're waiting for the Canon. The Canon explodes like
so
literal. It felt like a war zone, and the Canon exploded, and it was all we could do. It was like stay in place, and we were like to each other,
stay in place. This one, Claire ran
stay
away.
in place. No, it was fight or flight.
She
got out there.
Oh,
so
genuine
Kayleigh
tears.
had to do such a quick job,
and then we had to have a makeup done again because I was crying.
Claire cried afterwards. It was an amazing. So when you see that photo now, we've spilled the tea on the reality behind the Instagram shoot there.
There's always
if you're going to use Canons, just be prepared.
Earplugs.
I feel like Canon sounds like we had this like Alan holding like a big cannon. It wasn't. It was like a confetti cannon.
Which is still loud.
Good. But you knew that you wanted to, and we talked about this, invoke excitement and celebration, and that's why we added the confetti cannon. And that's kind of why I encourage people to just dive a bit deeper on what do you want to share, what do you want to express, and how do we do it. So that's one of them. The second one, I would say, do you know, I don't know how it sounds to everyone, but having a hair and makeup artist be there is so nice. Wasn't it nice relief?
It was.
And Katie's just everything.
Katie came and she did a great job. And on the other end, like people are more confident when they see their photos. Yeah. So I'm not saying everyone needs to put on makeup at all, but if it makes you feel better, then do anything to make you feel better. And then the third one is to just use them. Use them. Some people have this block, and I'd like to dive in deeper actually and understand a bit why. But some people, I've asked a few, and they feel like they might be judged, or just some nasty inner talk. And so I'm curious what causes that and how to make people kind of
maybe that's something we ask our audience as well. When the podcast goes out, what is it that prevents you from using images of yourself to promote your business?
Let us know in the comment section.
It's a really interesting point.
So
I know from a personal perspective, often it can be things like, oh God, I've put on a couple of pounds there, I don't look how I used to. Oh, and we always laugh, don't we? And we say, we get photos after the Leading Ladies networking events, and people have obviously, taken photos at the events, and that's brilliant, but you're so judgmental and critical of those photos, and you have to share them because it's great social media content. It's really quick. It's sharing other people's business.
But there was a time that we didn't share, and we actually said to our business coach that we need to be visible. That was one of our goals because we were pushing everybody else, but we weren't actually pushing ourselves.
Well, you are your harshest critic always, and you're not going to like all the images, and that's okay. That's normal. So take that pressure away. You'll like the ones that you like, and then that's that. The rest of them can go sit in a hole somewhere. But nobody's going to not choose to work with you because of how you look at an image. Absolutely. And if they are, they can, they're not your ideal client. They're not part of your community. No. So that's one thing I also tell my clients is that angle that you see that you don't love, no one else. And I'm guilty of this too. I just went through my photos from last week that I had done. And I was like, oh, looking at my camera, I got my double chin. But obviously I have a double chin. I'm going like this with the camera. So we're just our own harshest critic. So if we can quiet that noise a little bit, it helps make it a better experience. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I think we all need to learn how to quiet the noise, don't we?
If you figure it out, please let me know how.
We will. It's a journey. It's a journey. The theme of this is a journey,
I think it is. It's nice.
So in terms of then challenges you've faced as a woman in business, what would be the biggest challenge that you've faced so far?
I think that's a really good question.
Thank you. I tried.
I think what I did was crazy probably. I moved countries and started a new business kind of during a pandemic. So I got the triad, all three of those things sort of at once. And the biggest challenge for me was, there's a few actually. It was finding a group of people, and thank you for having such a wonderful, loving community that I was able to join with welcome arms, open arms, whatever those arms are.
All of the arms, welcome and open.
Yeah, hugging arms. So finding people that I could talk to and befriend, and I've made some great friends through your platform. And then knowing what tools and resources, and I'm still weighing, what software does this and what should I do? And it takes so long to figure out what should I use for this and for that. And, and so I'm actually building little micro courses and stuff for other photographers to help them skip some of the steps and time and just get straight into doing what we love, which is working with clients.
Yeah. So, 100%. No, I think that struggle we always say, that your struggles can become the springboard to your biggest successes. Yeah. And in that struggle, it's frustrating at the time. But if we can use that struggle as that springboard, then there's been a purpose behind it. And, you creating those mini courses so that other people don't have to go through that struggle will be, I'm sure, one of your biggest successes. Yeah. Us having to build our own businesses first before Leading Ladies was even, a thing, led to Leading Ladies, us going through those struggles of being a small business owner. How do we grow that? How do you grow social media? How do you learn how to market? How do you learn how to build a website? Because there's not the money behind the business initially, is there, to be able to subcontract people or to give things away that you're finding difficult. There just isn't that opportunity. And so in that struggle, when we learn how to do all those things, that was where Leading Ladies was born from, so that other people had that community, so that other people had those networking events to go to that were really low cost, and they could find a tribe of people who were able to then, deliver workshops and release some of that, difficulty in finding the information and feeling like you're alone in that journey as well. So now I'm sure that those workshops will be incredible.
Absolutely. What's your biggest advice so far to date that you've been given?
I think it's just keep freaking going.
Yeah. Which I thought you were going to say just freaking just freak out type of thing. Yeah, just go.
Well, I think it's important to feel the emotions too. It's a roller coaster of a journey.
It is a journey.
And if we don't allow ourselves to feel that, it builds up and it's unhealthy. I've thrown temper tantrums on the floor since I moved here.
She's terrible for that.
All the time.
Taxes,
Yeah.
let me
All the
tell
time.
you, it's tax season now in both countries. I have to pay in both countries. And
Oh.
I have to submit them in both countries. Yeah. So like full on big crocodile. You know what? And if I didn't do that, I would have been a lot more stressed afterwards.
Yeah.
So feeling the emotions and giving space for that and taking rest breaks, which is hard to do, and putting yourself first is hard to do.
Definitely.
But it's why we built the businesses in the first place, was for that freedom, right?
Yeah.
So pausing to go to yoga, go to the gym is not always what I wanted to right away, but like I've noticed it really helpful.
Yeah,
practicing
definitely.
what I'm preaching to others.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that links back again, doesn't it, to the Burnout Bible.
Yes.
And lovely Rachel's talk all
Yes.
about making sure that we make time for ourselves. And it is, like you say, really difficult to practice
So
that
difficult.
sometimes
Yeah.
when we're that intent on reaching the next goal, reaching the next milestone, you know, getting that work
Yeah.
in. It's really difficult to take care of
But
yourself
it's
on
needed.
that journey
It
as well.
really is
But yeah.
needed. And time blocking's great.
Yeah.
You know, having it actually in your calendar, you know, to go to yoga on a Monday for 2 hours, like having that in your calendar and seeing that as like part of your working day as well. You know, you can't pour from an empty cup, can you? You've got to fill it up somewhere with tea
Yeah.
most of the
For-
time.
yeah,
But
nonstop.
having it in your calendar and time blocking that time out for yourself, knowing that it's going to go back into your business really, really helps me, I think.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm not sure last night's yoga filled my cup. I think
No.
it emptied.
It empties, yeah.
It was a tough one.
No, we don't. Never the tough ones.
No.
They're the ones that we can sit to the back of the class and fall
I love
asleep.
it. I love a yin class where it's just deep stress. Oh, I love that.
Well, we have got a few. We've got a bit of a fun challenge, haven't we?
Go on,
We
then.
want to ask you. We love, obviously, that you're from America and that some of the words that you do say, we do. We feel like we're watching YouTube sometimes with my 7-year-old, which is great.
yes.
And she loves you, by the way.
Aw. Hi, Rob.
What are the strangest words that you've heard so far being here?
Well, the Liverpool's got to like take the cake of like the bouquet, the cornucopia of words where I'm like, what's that? I'm pretty good now. I've been here 3.5 years. Go on, hit me with something.
Oh,
I'm going to
Go
flip
on.
it on you.
Rachel had one before.
I want to know if you know what gegged in means.
Gagging in. Yeah, you're gagging in.
Is it eating?
what?
No.
How did you get eating?
Like you're getting like
Gagging
getting
in? Oh, I could see that.
Yeah,
Actually,
like some
gagging
scran,
into this.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some scran.
Oh, well done,
Oh,
Scran.
yeah,
Yeah, got it there.
There's
What does
Gagging in.
gagging in? What does
There's-
gagging in mean, Rachel?
It means to kind of just like muscle your way into something.
Oh, like I do into all of my friendships.
So you're just gonna have to start saying to people now when you walk up to them at
Hey,
networking
gagging
events,
in.
I'm just gagging in.
This is how I do with all the communities I'm part of. I'm just like, hey, welcome
Yeah.
my friend. Just kidding. Yeah, just kidding.
I love that.
So what about the busies?
Police.
Yeah. Well done.
I
Yeah.
had to look that one up after you asked me last
Did
week.
you?
Did you?
You cheated.
I just didn't want to look
just
so
gave
foolish.
we gave you a heads up. We shouldn't
Yeah,
have.
you shouldn't
So,
have. I
yeah.
wouldn't have got it either.
No. So what would you have said before that?
Businesses.
Businesses,
For sure.
yeah,
Because I
obviously
think that
that
I've
makes
said that
sense.
before in business. Hey, how's your busy going?
How's your busy? How's your busy going?
And people started hiding things all over the place.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, fanny pack makes people laugh. We
That
proudly
is
still call
awful.
them fanny packs.
Yeah, it is awful.
YouTube will probably stop this episode right there.
Oh, it depends on where you upload it.
So tell us some of the American words then, and we'll see if we can get them.
Okay, that's a good game.
Yeah.
This might be a family word. I haven't figured it out yet. Narsh. To narsh on some, like,
Eat.
it's like to like really get into your food, like really enjoy. Like, I narshed that down.
But would
that
they be
might have been a
making
family
noises at that time? Because
Ooh.
that Claire would
Can't do
not be
noise.
able to deal with
You
that
can't
at
sit
all.
at my table if you make a noise while you're eating. Like,
Really?
yeah, just like swallow that chicken.
I don't love the chewing sound either.
No.
It's not.
But it's
No.
breathing as well.
Yeah,
Oh.
also. Yeah, yeah. Loud
I
breathing,
feel like
loud
this is a new
eating.
episode
Yeah,
now.
this is like therapy,
so,
isn't
like,
it?
so when people
Tell me more.
eat, they breathe like
Yeah.
really loud, and I can hear that breath. I can just hear it. I don't. I don't know.
How do you feel about hearing other people breathe when they're not eating?
Oh, that's okay.
That's
They're
That just
alive.
means they're alive. Yeah, I think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
all right.
I like that. I like
deep,
that. but
deep
just not when
breathing
you're
is
eating.
interesting though.
Yeah.
And like on a bus or something,
Yeah.
you're like,
Or chewing. Don't like that.
Yeah. Another thing that Claire has an issue with.
I feel like this is just the attack of Claire. Like LLIB, let's attack Claire.
No. Another thing that Claire has an issue with is how she makes her tea. It's a long-standing issue that she's had. It's been divisive. It's divided communities.
It won on social media.
It nearly
social
changed
media
our
peeps.
friendship. And it's
nearly ended our friendship.
Yeah, it did. I still haven't really forgiven her for it, and I'm very watchful when she's in the kitchen, just in case she ever slips back into old ways.
I think she tried on our shoot.
I think she
tried
did.
to sabotage.
Did she enjoy that cup of tea though?
She even showed
I've got
me the
photos
tea
to prove
bag.
it.
Yeah, there we go.
Actually, I think she's like.
definitely. That was like my Canon face as well. Yeah. So, Claire,
should we go on? You tell everyone how you make your cup of tea.
Oh, I make my cup of tea the right way.
The wrong way.
So I make my cup of tea by putting the tea bag into the cup. I then pour the water.
She shows
on.
the cup the tea bag.
No, I don't. Because my favourite type of tea is strong, yet milky. Strong, yet milky. So I leave the tea bag in there for a nominal amount of time.
3 seconds.
No, I do not show the tea bag, the cup. No, I put the tea bag in because my preferred is strong yet milky. So I will leave it in. I will stir it around a little. I will squeeze it on the cup.
She temps the water with a little bit of tea.
Stir it around again.
You actually waste so many tea bags doing that, you know. Just saying, like saving the planet and stuff.
I feel like I need to sit between you for this segment.
Well, I think just by showing the tea,
I will leave it in for a longer time.
I don't think you do.
Get the timer out.
I'm going to time you next time.
I'd leave it in for a long time because I like strong yet milky tea. So I pop the tea bag in, leave it there for a bit, and then remove the tea bag. This is the crucial part, Kayleigh. I remove the tea bag, and then I pour my milk into the tea.
And if she goes a little bit too much, then it's just a waste of a cup of tea, isn't it?
No,
it's a milky, then it's just a hot cup of milk.
I'm also sensible,
isn't it really?
And I'm looking all the time at how much milk I am putting into the tea.
So
I would never so you can see the shade there, Kayleigh. It's like a nice.
It's like a muted, like a neutrally.
It's
beige.
It's a strong yet
Dark
milky
beige.
cup of tea.
Yes.
That's what we'll do.
Stop. I made that cup of tea.
Yeah, the right way. You made it because you've learned.
So the cup of tea that Carla's just, everyone's just witnessed the right way is the tea that I made. Boom.
But she did take the tea bag out because
did
she
I, though?
knows that our friendship depends on this.
Did I really take that tea bag out?
So Claire makes her cup of tea like this.
The right way. So I get the cup ready. I always make sure it's a nice mug. I don't really like little tiny cups.
No.
It's got to be Yorkshire tea as well. Yorkshire tea bag in there. Again, do me a little shh with the water. Yeah. Give it a stir, have a little look, then pour my milk in. A little stir, have a little look. Maybe needs a little bit more. Then, after it's swam a little bit in the milk,
okay?
I take it out, show it to Cal, and then I place it in the bin.
So you do take it out.
I do.
Eventually.
Yes.
I thought you left it in.
No, but the milk. Imagine leaving it in, then the tea bag hitting your face. Imagine.
I mean,
but she's.
That has happened. Did you get the video I sent you as well from holiday? Yeah. With the 2 tea bags in that they left in.
Yeah. Wrong.
Anyway. Contention.
Do
you know what I've seen before?
At the moment. Go on.
I've seen people put milk in first. Hot water.
No,
and
that's
then
like
tea.
coffee, isn't it? You put milk, coffee, and then water in.
Look at you.
So how the most important, where we're going with this 10-minute conversation. Back to the original question. How do you make your tea?
Yeah, Kayleigh.
So I didn't grow up on tea. You see, I know. What did I drink for all those years? It's like water.
What's the matter with your family?
I know. Do you know what's crazy?
You do think there's something wrong with people who don't drink hot
drinks? My husband doesn't drink hot drinks.
Definitely something wrong with them.
Now they're on just constant flow. Yeah, infinity, just constant refill. No, I didn't drink. We don't really drink tea in the States. Coffee's a thing. So we don't even have kettles generally.
I'm so sad for you.
I had a kettle, obviously, in my adulthood, but no, I never grew up with a kettle. You have to actually put it on the hob,
on the hob,
stove top, and it goes
good.
You gotta whistle, wait till it whistles, which takes forever, and then you got your tea, which I did not like. So a kettle's great, but no, I just have a green tea, so I put my tea bag in. Actually, I do loose leaf green tea. This is just because we're on the go today.
Okay,
loose leaf green tea in my little strainer, water over it, let it sit for probably way too long.
Okay.
I have a baby mouth, so I have to let it cool off, and then it comes out, but no milk or anything.
So neither of us got a point then.
No, but I do have a present for you both.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you each get your own green tea here.
Oh,
there you go.
thank
You go. So you can try out.
I always like the idea of these. I've got to be honest. I like the idea of them, but then they just taste of nothing.
It's the antioxidants.
They're like, you smell them, even the fruit teas, they smell
Unless
delicious.
PG Tips want to sponsor this podcast and they smell up everything and they taste amazing.
But yeah, like, they don't really
taste
taste of anything.
Yeah, initially my mom got me on green tea when I was in college because I kept falling asleep in class.
Oh, wow. Because green tea is really, really great for you, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's actually a lot better than how both of us make our tea.
Yeah, but I don't have any like strong feelings towards or from PG Tips. This was a gift. It was a lovely gift.
Oh, it is a
Thank
lovely
you so
gift.
much.
Thank you. And I will try the green tea later.
Give it a go.
I will not be leaving my tea bag
screen.
in the cup though.
Extra strength.
because I'm civilized.
That's probably why it doesn't taste like anything, Cal. Because you take the tea bag out.
You might
I know,
give
but
it a
the
real
thought
good
of
soak.
any tea bag hitting me in the mouth while I have me lovely sip of tea.
You've got to keep the tea bag in
That's
though
just-
to get the taste. That's why you're not
Oh,
tasting
God.
these incredible PG Tips green tea.
And on that lovely note, it has been wonderful to be with you today,
Thank you so
Kayleigh,
much,
spilling the
Kayleigh.
tea
Thank
on
you.
all things business and wildkind photography. So it is still, I'll just have a quick reminder, 2-0 to me on the tea,
It
mate.
is
2-0.
2-0.
Yeah, to me.
Kayleigh, if anyone does want to find you on social media,
Yeah.
what are your social media handles that they can go to?
You're very welcome. Come find me. I'm at Wildkind Photography and wildkindphotography.com and all the places.
Incredible.
places.
Yeah,
All the places.
perfect.
All the places.
And if you've enjoyed spending time with us, spilling the tea today at LLIB, then do come and join us over on all of our social media platforms as well. Leading Ladies in Business, we'll be uploading the podcast onto there as well, and you can subscribe in all the usual channels. It's been lovely to be with you today, Kayleigh.
Thank you
for having
nice to be with you as well.
Nice to be with you.
Oh, I'm so grateful to be on, ladies. Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah, cheers.
Bye.